Hi everybody, it's Whitney. I am laying in my bed right now because I'm really tired and I have been dealing with technical difficulties on trying to make a video for like the last 2 weeks. I made like a really good 12 minutes solid video a couple of weeks back and I got so excited I was going to post it, and I went to go play it back and there was no audio and I was so mad. So here I am trying again. Hopefully this works. I'm just using my webcam on my laptop right now because I didn't feel like setting up my camera and messing with all of that for it not to work or something. So here I am. A little update. My surgery is set for September 16th, which is 2 weeks away from right now. I just started my pre-op diet, which is a pain in the rear end. I will just tell you that. I have to drink 2 meal replacement shakes a day with 1 sensible meal, which is only 4 to 6 ounces of protein, so a meat, fish, and then only green vegetables, and it can't be like peas. It has to be like green beans, asparagus, spinach, that sort of thing. I'm only allowed to have 5 grams of sugar per meal, 15 grams a day. And when you go and you start looking at stuff at the store, you find a lot of stuff has a lot of sugar in it. That I'm seriously having like a sugar detox right now, and it is rough. It's just like coming off of a drug, I would imagine. I've had headaches. I've been very moody and irritable and angry, and I practically want to lick anybody's finger that might have possibly touched sugar in some sort of way. And I didn't realize how much sugar I was actually consuming until I started doing this pre-op diet. And it was, I guess, a lot. Initially I was like, oh, I can cut out sodas, that's no big deal. But yeah, we're talking like everything has sugar in it. So, sorry, my throat's a little dry. That's another thing. You have to really keep hydrated on this diet because those shakes are disgusting and they're really thick, and you have to drink like 64 ounces of water a day with those shakes. Not to mention, I'm on a whole bunch of multivitamins that just suck up any kind of liquid you have in your body. So my lips are chapped and I'm thirsty, but I've been drinking my water, so that's good. I'm trying to think of everything that's happened since I last done a video. I had my pre-op consultation. They kind of let you know what to expect in the surgery, what to bring to the hospital, what not to bring, what to kind of expect after the surgery. So to remind everybody, I'm doing the gastric sleeve. So that's where they just basically cut 80% of your stomach off. They leave everything intact. They're not rerouting anything, and it's not that little plastic band. And so I will have 5 to 6 incisions, and they said the one on the right side is probably going to be the most painful because it's a little bit bigger. And so I'll have to be mindful of my little incisions, but it's nothing like, I've had a C-section before and that was a pretty big incision, so I don't think it's going to be anything like that. And then I'll be at the hospital for 1 night and I'll be released the following day, and I'm going back to work on that following Monday. So I will have to be very careful about straining or anything like that because I don't want to rip any stitches out like in my stomach, and I'll have to be very careful about what I'm eating and making sure I'm getting my fluids, and making sure I'm not eating anything I'm not supposed to, because I'm supposed to be on a liquid diet for 3 weeks to 4 weeks after the surgery, so I can't have anything solid. So that's going to be interesting as well, because right now I'm kind of living off of sugar-free Jello and beef jerky because that's what was listed in my little pre-op book. I'm going to insert some pictures of all the vitamins I'm taking right now, a picture of one of the shake bags that I have, so you can kind of see what I'm consuming right now. Update on weight loss. When I went to my pre-op, uh, sorry, my nose itches. When I went to my pre-op consultation, I was at 273. So from here on out, I should be losing. I have to lose weight before the surgery to shrink my liver in order for them to like wiggle around and get in there underneath my stomach. Um, so I'm at 273. I'm 5'6", and hopefully that will all change pretty soon. What else is there to update? Oh, I've been doing a lot of research on like 3 weeks out or 2 weeks out post-op on YouTube of other people that have had the surgery, and there's some things that they were like, I wish I would have known this before I had the surgery. So I was really glad to watch those because some of these things I wouldn't have even thought. One of them was to take Gas-X, the strips, the soluble strips you just put on your tongue and they dissolve, because they said all the gases that are in your body after you have the surgery, they have to pump up your organs in order to get in there with air, and once you have the surgery, all that air has to go somewhere. So they said those Gas-X strips really helped. Another thing was to take chapstick because your lips get really dry. Also to take your own pillow, preferably with not a white pillowcase, as not to get confused with the hospital pillows. So I was going to take that, and then Gatorade, the G2 low calorie, almost clear looking Gatorade. They said that you're only allowed to have water in there at the hospital, and one of the ladies was saying she just felt so dehydrated and weak from not being able to eat anything, and that Gatorade really helped her, I guess because it has electrolytes in it. She said that really helped her. So I'm going to be taking some Gatorade. She said, oh, there's my son. He's like, Mommy. Okay, he went away. And then they said to take chapstick, pillow, Gas-X, Gatorade. They said not to stock up on a whole bunch of stuff before the surgery. She said she bought a whole bunch of the protein shakes and protein bars and stuff before the surgery. She said she could feed an army. Well, when she got out of the surgery, a lot of her taste buds had kind of changed. So that stuff that she had bought was not appetizing at all, and she didn't like it. So she had a whole bunch of extra stuff that she never even ate. And then the biggest thing, though, was you really have to work on the inside of yourself before you go into the surgery, because all of the stimuli and issues that you had with food and with your situation are still going to be there after the surgery. One of her examples was she has family members that love to eat out all the time, and it was really hard for her to go to a restaurant and not be able to eat anything. She has people at work that would stress her out really bad and cause her to eat a lot. And she said that didn't change after the surgery. It just made it worse and made it harder for her to do because she's still having to deal with it. And then, like if you use food to satiate yourself when you're stressed out or when you're angry or happy, you have to find other avenues on how to make yourself feel better, not with food anymore. So she said as long as you work with yourself and help yourself before the surgery, it'll make it a little bit easier after the surgery. So those kind of tips kind of helped me out to what to prepare for and what to expect. The surgery is not an end-all be-all. It's a tool. You have to work at it. There's a whole bunch of other avenues that you have to take along with the surgery in order for it to be successful. So I've been working on that for the last, it's probably been about 5 months since I've started this journey now. And I've been going to counseling, I've been going to therapy. One of the biggest issues that my therapist is concerned about is my trauma in my past and how that's going to affect me in the future when I start losing weight. Anytime before I tried to lose weight and people started noticing it, I secretly sabotage myself and gain all the weight back. And that's because my weight has been a safety blanket. And so, with my therapist, she's concerned that when I start losing weight, I'm going to instantly go back to those thoughts of, oh my gosh, I got to hide myself. I have to put the weight back on. And so we're trying to work out a way to counteract that. She's got me saying a lot of self affirmations and reminding myself of why I'm doing this surgery. It's not for physical appearance, it is for health reasons, and that I really have to be mindful of how I react to people's comments. Not saying, I mean, everybody likes to have compliments, but for me, it gives me a different. Okay, the way that I tried to explain it to her, I had a session with her today. The way I tried to explain it to her today, if somebody notices me because of my makeup or my hair or the way that I do really well at work or because I'm helping somebody or I threw a great party, those are all things that I did, that I could control. I did my makeup that day. I did my hair that day. I put on the party. I work really hard at work. Those are things I can control. Losing weight to me has never been something I've been in control of. So when somebody notices that, in my head, that sets off a whole bunch of alarms. Like I'm out of control. Like I can't control that situation. Having somebody come up and be like, oh wow, you look like you're losing weight, instantly brings up anxiety and fear. I kid you not. The only person I want to be hearing that from is like my husband. If somebody outside says that, I'm like, no, I haven't been losing weight. Not me. No. So, it's going to be a struggle, and I'm going to have to learn how to say thank you, and I'm doing it to be healthier, and I'm doing it to see my son grow up and graduate high school and see my grandkids, and I'm doing it to be a better wife to my husband, and so it's going to be interesting, but I'll keep y'all updated, and hopefully, everything will be good, and I won't sabotage anything, and I won't go crazy and gain all my weight back. I don't want to be a failure. So that's my little update for now. I'll be giving you more updates as it goes on. And if I remember anything, I'll definitely come on here and make a movie before my surgery. Because in my video that I did, where I didn't have the audio, I had a lot of really good stuff in there. Like I think I had updated about what had happened between the last video and now, and all kinds of stuff. Well, right now I'm a little bit distracted because I'm having to do this on a webcam and not my regular camera, and the AC keeps trying to come on, and I have my son running around, so I'm a little bit distracted. But I wanted to let y'all know that I haven't forgot about anybody, and I'm still here, and I'm still having the surgery, and it's a lot sooner than I thought it would be, so yay! Go me! So anyways, if you'd like to support me, I still have my GoFundMe account up, and we're still in dire need of support. I found out my secondary insurance is not going to cover anything, including prescriptions. My primary insurance does not cover prescriptions to begin with. So I'm having to pay everything out of pocket when it comes to these multivitamins and prescriptions. I'm also having to pay hotel and expenses for Aaron since he's going to be going with me. And I'll have to be paying all the copays and stuff once I get to the hospital, which could be upwards to $2,000. So it's a lot. And then, of course, I'll be out of work with no pay for a couple of days. So if y'all want to support me, my GoFundMe is www.gofundme.com/happywhitney. And then, of course, like and subscribe to catch up on new updates in the future. Thanks, you guys. I'll see you next time.